Ever wonder why some men can easily captivate the attention of each woman they meet? It is not about appearance, wealth, or prestige. It's about how they communicate. High-value males have a secret weapon, and it's not what you expect. Their comments cause women to miss them, even when they are not present. In the following few minutes, I'll show you how to speak to a woman in such a way that she remembers you long after you've said goodbye. So why pay close attention? Because this will permanently alter the way you interact with women. Number 1, the mystery factor. Mystery is an underappreciated art in modern dating, especially in a world where people are used to oversharing on social media. High-value men know that revealing everything too soon takes away the excitement and intrigue from the interaction. Women are naturally drawn to things they don't fully understand, which is exactly why a bit of mystery works so well. The psychology behind this is simple. When something is unknown or only partially revealed, our brains crave resolution. We obsess over the things that aren't fully clear because we want to figure them out. High-value men use this to their advantage. From the first moment a high-value man speaks, he offers just enough information to pique her interest, but not enough to satisfy her curiosity. If she asks, "What do you do for work?" he might respond, "It's a little complicated, but I enjoy it." That small response leaves her with more questions, making her think about him later, replaying the conversation in her mind. She'll want to know more, and that's exactly what makes her miss him. Deliberate ambiguity. The key here is to be deliberate with your ambiguity. High-value men don't avoid questions to be frustrating. They use ambiguity to keep the conversation going. It's about showing enough while leaving certain things unsaid. For example, if she asks about your hobbies or what you enjoy in your free time, instead of listing everything, you might say, "I've been working on a project that's really exciting. I'll tell you about it sometime." This leaves her wondering what it is, and her curiosity grows. She'll look forward to the next conversation, eager to hear the story. Mystery isn't about being evasive, it's about creating a sense of depth. High-value men understand they don't need to share every detail to make a woman interested. In fact, the less you reveal, the more she'll fill in the blanks with her imagination, which often makes you even more intriguing. Strategic silence. Another part of the mystery is knowing when not to speak. Silence can be uncomfortable, but high-value men thrive in moments of quiet. They let it build a bit of tension. If you're always filling the gaps, you never give her space to think about what she's feeling. After delivering an especially engaging comment or question, high-value guys allow for a brief period of stillness. These small pauses make you appear assured and provide intrigue. Imagine asking her a thought-provoking question and allowing the silence to linger. This encourages her to delve deeper into the conversation, resulting in an intimate moment that words cannot give. Playing the long game mystery is most effective when combined with patience. High-value men play the long game. They understand that a slow burn can be more powerful than instant attraction. By revealing only a little at a time, you keep her engaged long-term. Each time she interacts with you, she'll want to know just a bit more. And because you're not revealing everything at once, she'll continue thinking about you between meetings, trying to figure you out. This gradual reveal builds tension and anticipation, making her miss you even more when you're not around. Number 2, the power of first impressions, setting the stage for lasting attraction. First impressions are the bedrock of how high-value men create a sense of longing and intrigue. But here's the thing, most men get wrong. They focus too much on trying to impress a woman right away, whether through physical appearance, flashy stories, or overwhelming charm. High-value men know the initial conversation isn't about winning her over. It's about creating a subtle, lasting imprint in her mind. The true key is how these men make a lady feel throughout their first meeting. High-value men recognize that women are significantly more emotionally aware than males. They pick up on tiny signs like body language, tone of voice, and even the energy you exude. How you carry yourself, even before you say a single word, determines whether she'll think about you long after the conversation ends. The unspoken language of confidence. Confidence isn't something you can fake. It's rooted in how you view yourself and your place in the world. A high-value man walks into any situation knowing he brings value. His posture is straight, his movements are deliberate, and his speech is calm. When he speaks, he doesn't rush through sentences or fill the air with words. Every word he says is intentional. This unhurried pace does something powerful. It forces her to pay attention. When you speak slowly and confidently, it signals to her subconscious mind that you're in control. Confidence in speech isn't about being loud or forceful. It's about being measured and purposeful. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't feel the need to prove themselves with every sentence. Silence, when handled properly, can be one of your greatest strengths. High-value guys are unafraid of gaps in conversation. Moments of silence allow her to analyze, think, and assimilate what you have just spoken. It creates a void that she'll want to fill, and she'll frequently continue the discussion to impress you. Emotional control is attractive. Women seek security and stability in men. High-value men project emotional stability by controlling their reactions. If she throws a teasing comment or a light challenge your way, don't react emotionally or defensively. High-value men know how to laugh it off or even turn it into a playful challenge. This shows her you're not easily rattled, which is incredibly attractive. Emotional resilience signals you can handle pressure, a key trait women seek in a partner. Each discussion provides an opportunity for a high-value man to demonstrate his emotional maturity. When you don't react, she will begin to see you as someone who sticks out from the crowd. You are cool, composed, and most importantly, confident. Effective communication through subtle gestures with high value. Men recognize that subtle acts speak louder than words. Thus, extravagant gestures are unnecessary. Something as simple as how you shake her hand. The tranquility in your voice or the way you smile when she speaks can have a significant influence. Women are constantly reading body language, often more than men realize. High-value men exude warmth and control through small, calculated gestures. Whether it's maintaining eye contact, nodding to show they're listening, or keeping their hands relaxed, never fidgeting. Number 3. Emotional impact. Words are easy, but what sets high-value men apart is their ability to create emotional experiences in every interaction. It's not just about what you say, it's about the emotions you evoke. High-value men understand that women are emotional creatures, and how you make her feel during a conversation matters more than the content itself. They don't waste time with small talk. They may engage in it briefly to begin the conversation, but they rapidly transition to deeper, more significant talks. By asking questions that get to the heart of what she values, stimulates or distinguishes her, they create emotional highs and lows in the discourse. This emotional roller coaster keeps her focused and invested. Asking thought-provoking questions. One of the best ways to create an emotional experience is to ask questions that make her think and feel. High-value men don't ask superficial questions like, "What's your favorite color?" They go deeper, asking questions like, "What's something you're passionate about that most people wouldn't know?" These questions push the conversation beyond the surface, making her reflect on her own emotions. This emotional depth creates a bond, making her more likely to miss you when you're not around. Storytelling to evoke emotion. High-value men use storytelling to evoke specific emotions. For example, if you want to build a sense of adventure, tell her about a time you took a spontaneous trip. If you want to evoke vulnerability, share a story about a personal challenge you overcame. It's not about impressing her with accomplishments. It's about creating a memorable, emotional connection. Creating emotional hooks. An emotional hook is a moment in the conversation that sticks with her long after it's over. High-value men know how to plant these hooks through well-timed compliments, playful teases, or shared laughter. For instance, you might compliment her in a unique, specific way. "I love how passionate you are about. It's rare to meet someone with that kind of enthusiasm." This compliment isn't about looks, it's about character. Making it much more meaningful, She'll replay it in her mind, recalling the positive emotions she felt. Number 4, re-engaging. Mastering the art of timing. Re-engagement is a crucial part of the process. After creating that space for her to miss you, high-value men are strategic about when and how they re-enter her life. Timing is everything. Reaching out too soon can smother the attraction, while waiting too long may cause the emotional connection to fade. High-value men strike a perfect balance, re-engaging at just the right moment when she's had time to miss them but hasn't yet moved on. This requires a keen understanding of timing and emotional cues. High-value men know how to read the situation and judge when a woman is ready to hear from them again. They don't just send a casual WhatsApp text. When they re-engage, it's with purpose. They can bring up a specific event from the previous talk, reigniting the emotional bond that had been built. This kind of careful re-engagement demonstrates that you're not just reaching out for the sake of it, you're continuing a meaningful discussion that started earlier, re-engaging with depth. When high-value men re-engage, they don't fall back to surface-level conversations. Instead, they build on the foundation of emotional connection laid during the last interaction. They might reference something specific that was discussed, showing they were genuinely listening and are invested in her thoughts and feelings. For example, if she mentioned working on a project, you might ask, "How's that project going?" "I've been thinking about what you said." This demonstrates that you care about more than simply her appearance or basic responses. You want to know what makes her tick. This form of re-engagement builds the emotional link and increases the likelihood that she will miss you while you are not present. It shows you're thoughtful, considerate, and invested in her as a person, which is rare in the dating world today. High-value men aren't just looking for quick, shallow connections. They're building something deeper, and women can sense this, making them want to stay connected. Number 5, the power of absence. One of the most powerful tools high-value men use is the push-pull dynamic, being emotionally present, then stepping back and creating space afterward. Too much of anything, even attention, can dilute its impact. After a great interaction, they create distance, not as a game, but because they know the value of space. In those moments of absence, a woman has the chance to reflect, replaying the conversation in her mind, and realizing she misses him. High-value men understand that attraction thrives in the space between interactions. If you're not always in her face, she has time to wonder and build anticipation. This fuels her desire to see you again, leaving her wanting more. When high-value men exit a conversation, they leave her wanting more. They don't drag out goodbyes or try to keep the conversation going if it's winding down. Instead, they end on a high note. For example, after a great conversation, you might say, "I've got to run, but I'd love to continue this another time." This ends the conversation positively and plants the seed for the next interaction, making her miss you even more. Conclusion: communication is more than just words. High-quality men understand how to convey emotional depth, mystery, and anticipation in every conversation. They have a style of speaking that makes an impression and makes room for a lady to miss them. And when they do re-engage, they do so with intention, developing the emotional bond each time. By mastering these skills, you will notice a difference in how women react to you. You won't feel the need to seek or impress women. Instead, they'll be pulled to you by the mystery, confidence, and emotional impact you exude. Most importantly, they'll miss you when you're not there, proving once again that high-value men don't chase, they attract. Most men do not know how to compliment a woman in a way that triggers strong interest. They either play it safe by saying something like, "You're gorgeous," or "You have nice looks," or they push too hard, dishing out effusive praise that appears fake. Here is the problem. Generic compliments do not make a woman feel special. If she is attractive, she has heard it all before. The typical compliments slip straight off her, like water off a duck's back. Compliments are only effective if they trigger an emotional response, if they make her feel something unexpected, raw, or personal. That's where illegal compliments come in. These are the compliments that extend beyond the surface. the ones that affected her psychologically, the ones that cause her to obsess about you long after the talk finishes. They're not simply about her appearance. They're not only trying to make her feel good, they want to make her crave your presence. In this amazing video, I'll break down 3 powerful illegal compliments that, when used right, will send any woman into a frenzy of emotions she can't control. These aren't your typical praises. They're designed to arouse intense attraction and desire. If you really want to fix your relationship life, achieve your goals, fix your boring life, and improve your mindset, then subscribe to this channel. Let's begin. 1. I can't decide if you're trouble or exactly what I need. This isn't just a compliment, it's a psychological trap. Most guys compliment a woman in a way that puts her in control. You're so amazing. I love your energy. You're the most beautiful girl I've ever met. These statements place her on a pedestal, making her the one who gets to decide whether or not she's interested. But this flips the script completely. Now she's the one who's uncertain. Now she's the one who has to figure out where she stands with you. And the moment a woman starts questioning whether she's trouble or exactly what you need, she's already hooked. Why this works? This compliment creates 2 things women can't resist: intrigue and tension. 1, it makes her feel dangerous and excited. Women love to feel like they have a certain power over a man, but only if it's a challenge. This compliment suggests that she's unpredictable, that she has the ability to shake up your world, and that makes her want to prove it. 2, it creates a push-pull dynamic. By saying you can't decide, you're showing interest, while also keeping a bit of emotional distance. You're not falling for her instantly, you're still figuring her out, and that makes her want to win you over. 3, it sparks curiosity. The moment you say this, she's going to wonder, what does he mean? Why can't he decide? And once she starts thinking about you like that, you're already living rent-free in her mind. This is the exact kind of compliment that leaves her thinking about you long after you've said it. This line works best when there's already a little bit of flirtation and playful tension. It should feel like a natural response to something she's said or done, something that makes her feel unpredictable. How to use it? She teases you, saying something playful or challenging. You smirk, lean in slightly and say, I can't tell if you're trouble, or exactly what I need. She does something bold, maybe teasing the bartender, making a sarcastic remark, or doing something unexpected. You give her a slow look and say, I feel like you're going to be dangerous for me. She surprises you with an insight you didn't expect. Instead of just nodding, you tilt your head, give her a curious look and say, I don't know whether to run from you or spend more time figuring you out. The key, your tone, say it slowly. Let there be a hint of mystery in your voice. Make it sound like you're genuinely intrigued. If you deliver it too quickly, it'll sound rehearsed. But if you say it with the right balance of curiosity and challenge, it will make her feel like she's different from every other woman you've met. Why this works so well? A typical compliment makes a woman feel good, but this one, it makes her feel wanted and mysterious at the same time. It forces her into a new frame of mind, one where she's suddenly not the one in control of the interaction. Now she has to wonder, why does he think I'm trouble? Why can't he decide if I'm good for him? What does he mean by this? And the moment she starts wondering about those things, she's chasing your approval instead of the other way around. 2, I feel like there's a side of you that most people never get to see. This isn't just a compliment. It's a key that unlocks her mind. Most men try to impress women with shallow flattery. You're so beautiful. You're really funny. I love your vibe. And while these might earn a polite smile, they won't make her feel anything. But this compliment sneaks past her defenses. It makes her stop and think. It makes her wonder, what does he see in me that others don't? And the moment she starts wondering that, you're no longer just some guy. You're the one who understands her in a way no one else does. Women spend their lives being judged on the surface. Their looks, their attitude, their social presence, everything about them is constantly on display. But deep down, every woman craves one thing, to be understood beyond the image she presents to the world. This compliment hits different because it tells her 3 things. 1, she now wants to prove you right. If you suggest she has a hidden side, she'll unconsciously start revealing more of herself to you. 2, you're not like other guys. You're not just seeing the version of her that everyone else sees. You're seeing something more. 3. She's more than what people see. You're recognizing something deeper than just her appearance or personality. This leads to a significant shift in interaction. Instead of you trying to impress her, she will want to impress you. But what's the secret to making this work? It must feel genuine. If you throw it at random, it will not land. However, if you time it correctly, when she discloses something personal, opens up, or does something unexpected, it will have a profound impact on her. Here's how to say it. She reveals something about her past, something she doesn't usually talk about. You pause for a moment, then say, I feel like there's a side of you most people never get to see. You're hanging out and she lets her guard down. Perhaps she laughs unfiltered, and you smirk and add, I don't think most people get to see this side of you. She does something absolutely out of character, and you catch her when you look at her and say, this is interesting. I'm sure people don't know this about you. The key here is to pause the slight moment of hesitation before you say it. That moment makes her feel like you're truly noticing something unique about her. Why does this work better than a simple compliment? A regular compliment tells a woman something she already knows. She's beautiful. She's heard it. She's funny. So have 100 other guys, but this compliment makes her question what you see in her, and when she starts trying to figure that out, she's already becoming more emotionally invested in you. It plants a seed in her mind, one that makes her want to open up to you more, to show you the parts of herself she hides from the world, and that's what makes her obsessed. 3. There's something about you that I can't quite figure out. This compliment isn't just words. It's psychological warfare in the game of attraction. It taps into one of the most powerful forces in a woman's mind, the need to be understood. Most men throw out predictable compliments that are easy to process. You're gorgeous. You have a great smile. You're really fun to be around. Nice? Sure. Memorable? Not at all. But when you tell a woman, there's something about you that I can't quite figure out, you're doing something completely different. You're placing mystery at the center of the interaction. You're making her question what it is about her that's pulling you in. And here's the genius of it. You're not telling her what makes her unique. You are making her prove it to herself. Attraction is more than just flattery. If it were true, women would fall for every guy who declared them beautiful. But they don't. Instead, they chase the people who make them feel something deeper. This compliment works because it, 1. Engage her emotions. She'll start analyzing what makes her different in your eyes, which means she's already investing in the interaction. 2. Creates tension. You're showing interest, but in a way that keeps her guessing. 3. Makes her feel unique. Women don't want to be just another pretty face. They want to feel like they have something rare, something that sets them apart. How to deliver it. The way you say this matters. If you just throw it out there with no energy, it won't land. The trick is to pause, act like you're genuinely thinking, and let it slip out naturally. For example, you're talking, and she says something interesting. You pause, look at her and say, you know, there's something about you I can't quite figure out. You're out together and she does something unexpected. Instead of just reacting, you lean in slightly and say, you're not like most people I meet, but I can't figure out why. The moment you say this, watch what happens. Her body language will shift. Her curiosity will spark, and she'll want to know exactly what you mean. And here's the real trick. Don't explain it right away. Let her wonder. Let her try to prove herself to you. Most compliments end a conversation. If you say, you have beautiful eyes, she'll just say thanks and that's it. But this opens a loop in her mind. She won't just brush it off. She'll start replaying it later, wondering what it is that makes her different in your eyes. And the instant she starts thinking about you when you aren't present, that's when attraction transforms into obsession. This is how to make a woman feel seen, but not fully understood. Because the second she thinks she's figured you out, the game is finished. Use this wisely, because once you drop this line, she'll never see you the same way again. This is how you flip the script. This is how to make a woman feel curious, aroused, and intrigued all at once. Most essential, this is how to make her want you. Most men make the mistake of uttering common praises that women hear every day. If you want a lady to obsess over you, you need to congratulate her in a way that makes her feel special. These 3 illegal compliments work because they do something different. They make her feel seen, but not fully understood. They create mystery and intrigue. They make her invest in the conversation, because now she's trying to figure out what you mean. And the best part? These compliments aren't about her looks. They go beyond the surface. They tap into the part of her that craves to be noticed for more than just her beauty. That's why they work. That's why they're so powerful. And that's why, when you use them correctly, you'll never have to chase women again. If you say these 6 phrases to a young woman, she will want to sleep with you tonight. If you're tired of being ignored or don't know what to say to attract a younger woman, get ready. In this video, I'll disclose the 6 things younger women want to hear from more experienced guys. Say these sentences and watch her become completely interested by you, to the point where she wants to spend the night with you. Curious about these magical phrases and their psychological effects? But before we get started, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and enable notifications. Without further ado, let us begin. Number 1. Just being near you triggers my mind to wander and imagine things that it probably shouldn't. This phrase is bold and full of insinuation, creating an irresistible tension. It plays with mystery and desire, making it clear that her presence affects you in a deep and intense way. The provocative tone allows her to feel your attraction without being explicit, leaving room for her imagination to take over. Why does it work? Young women love well-executed flirting that balances sensuality with charm. The phrase hints at desire in an intriguing, non-vulgar way, demonstrating sophistication. It shows that you're paying attention to her, that she has a strong influence over you, building both emotional and physical connection. Pro tip: deliver this line with direct eye contact and a subtle smile. Pause strategically before continuing the conversation to create a seductive suspense. A follow-up could be, "It's impossible not to think about how it would feel if it were just the 2 of us, completely at ease with no one else around." How to use it? Choose a moment when the vibe between you is light and relaxed, but with clear signs of attraction already present. Use a lower, softer tone of voice as if sharing a secret, just between the 2 of you. If she responds positively, keep the mood playful while subtly implying that you're in control of the situation. This phrase creates an electric connection and ensures she'll be thinking about you long after the conversation ends. Number 2. You're more mature than most women I know. This phrase is powerful because it directly appeals to her ego and self-esteem. Younger women, especially those attracted to older men, want to be seen as unique and different from other women their age. By saying she's more mature, you're highlighting that she's special, intelligent, and possesses qualities that others lack. Why does it work? Younger women often struggle to be taken seriously. This phrase makes her feel like you value her intelligence and maturity. It creates a contrast with what she typically hears from younger men, who might treat her superficially. It reinforces your position as an experienced man who sees beyond appearances and appreciates truly important qualities. Pro tip: when you say this, follow up with something more specific, like, "I can tell by the way you speak and make decisions that you have a much more mature outlook on the world." This makes the compliment feel even more genuine and impactful. Number 3. You have a sparkle in your eyes that's simply contagious. A compliment like this goes straight to her heart, highlighting something deeper and more intimate. It avoids cliches and appreciates a unique and striking feature, making her feel seen and admired in a special way. Why does it work? Young women love compliments that go beyond the obvious. This shows that you notice details other men might overlook. It blends charm and emotion, creating an instant sense of connection. It makes her feel attractive in a way that transcends physical appearance, touching her on an emotional level. Pro tip: follow up with something like, "When you look at someone, it's like you light up the entire room. It's something I don't see in anyone else." This makes the compliment feel even more genuine and exclusive. Number 4. I appreciate how open-minded you are. That's rare these days. This phrase boosts her confidence and makes her feel special, but in a unique way. By saying she's authentic, you're implying that she has a standout personality, something that sets her apart from other women. It creates a strong emotional connection and makes her feel closer to you. Why does it work? Young women want to be recognized, not just for their looks, but for who they are as individuals. You stand out from other men by showing that you notice her inner qualities. It feeds her desire to be seen as different and special, making her want to be with someone who values that. Pro tip: pay attention to the details. Say something like, "I notice how honest you are and how unafraid you are to show your true self. That's incredible, and so rare." This makes the compliment even more personal and impactful. Before we continue, an important notice. Imagine sending a text message to a woman that creates an overpowering desire to be with you simply by the sentence itself. You may be wondering, what phrase is this? These secret signals arouse intense desire in every woman. I'm referring to magnetic messages that affect her emotions and cause her to constantly think about you, even if she has a boyfriend or merely considers you a friend. Warning: sending this message to a woman will make her thrilled and desperate to see you at any cost. If you do not want this woman to fall in love with you, do not send this message. Number 5. You have an energy that inspires something special in me. This phrase is filled with emotional depth and creates an immediate impact. It combines admiration with a touch of mystery, making her feel unique, valued, and responsible for awakening something extraordinary in you. A confident, experienced man. Why does it work? Younger women are drawn to compliments that connect their inner qualities with the effect they have on others. The phrase suggests there's something about her that goes beyond the ordinary, reinforcing the idea that she's special and different from anyone else. Saying, "Something ignites in you," creates a powerful image of connection and desire without being explicit or intrusive. Pro tip: after saying this, follow up with something more personal, like, "I don't know if it's your smile, your presence, or just the way you talk, but it's impossible not to feel inspired when I'm around you." This added detail makes the compliment feel even more authentic and emotionally intense. How to use it: say this when the conversation is flowing well and you're exchanging smiles or laughter. Use a calm and confident tone of voice, making it clear that you mean it genuinely. Finish with a smile or a brief pause before shifting the topic, keeping an air of mystery and leaving her curious about what you're feeling. Number 6. You remind me how amazing it feels to live in the moment. This phrase is charming because it connects her youth with a sense of freedom and spontaneity, qualities that many young women value. By saying this, you're showing that her energy awakens a renewed appreciation for life within you, creating a deep emotional connection. Why does it work? Young women love feeling like they bring something positive and unique to the life of a more experienced man. The phrase shows that you value genuine moments and are open to living fully, but in a mature way. It makes her see you as someone interesting who appreciates both the present and the lessons of the past. Pro tip: add something like, "Your vibe reminds me how great it is to laugh, enjoy, and let go of worries every now and then. It's inspiring." This further emphasizes the positive impact she has on you. To finish with a flourish, imagine sending a bunch of magnetic messages that create incredible chemistry and desire, and is desperate for you. Want to know exactly how to do it? Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel.